Stream Cast Communicators, ang naiba at kakaibang plataforma sa digital broadcast mula Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao hanggang sa iba't ibang dako ng mundo. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, ang sandigan ng sambayanan mula sa walang dabis at walang kulang na pagbabalita, paglilingkod, maglalahad ng mga mapagbuong komentaryo at usaping pambayan para sa kapakanan ng karamihan. Broad Stream Cast Communicators, tuwirang maglilingkod ngayon hanggang sa susunod na henerasyon. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at kaalamang pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techiemommy, si Jaye C. Bautista.
Hi everyone, so sorry I'm late because I've been trying to fix my OBS for some reason. I don't know, my page, look at it, it keeps going to just gaming. I can't go live on my Broad Stream Cast Communicators page because it just keeps choosing a gaming platform for live stream. And I can't even press, see? I can't even press go live. So I just decided to go online on my phone again today. Pasensya na po. Ayaw pong pumunta doon sa Facebook page ko. Gaming yung streaming eh. Ayaw for some reason. This Techiemommy is having technical problems. But anyway, I wanted to go on broadcast kahit na late po. Pasensya na. Alright, first and foremost po, 28 areas under alert level 3 as of today, January 12. As of yesterday, January 13 na po tayo today. So, 28 areas are under alert level 3. I'd like to welcome whoever is watching to the show. Hello. Magandang umaga po. Happy Thursday, everyone. Pasensya na, I'm broadcasting from my Facebook. From my cell phone because yung aking OBS ayaw na naman mag-cooperate sa aking laptop for some reason. It doesn't want to go live on Broad Stream Cast. Well, it says Broad Stream Cast page pero gaming po eh. Ayaw niya mag-go live. But anyway, I'm live here now, okay? So, ayan po, alright? Do not enter COVID area. Ang dami-damin po. The Omicron virus is spreading fast, okay? All over the world actually. And here in the Philippines, fast spreading. Ano nga po, ang yung contact masyadong mabilis. Lumabas ka lang sa ihip ng hangin, pwede mo nang makuha. So 28, the government placed 28 more areas under alert level 3 to stem alert level 3 na po ang 28 areas pang dinagdag stemming from the surging cases of COVID-19 tied to the highly infectious Omicron variant. Shh. So maingay this cat. Shh. Shut up, okay? Shut up, please. All right. The updated classifications would be implemented from January 14, so that's starting tomorrow till the end of this month. Acting Presidential Spokesman Carlo Nograles announced Wednesday. Shh. Shall. Stop it, okay? The updated classifications would be implemented from January 14 to 31. Acting Presidential Spokesman Carlo Nograles announced Wednesday, okay? Provinces in Luzon naman po that will be under alert level 3, ito po sa Luzon, okay, are Batangas, Kalinga and Abra in the Cordillera Administrative Region, La Union, Ilocos Norte, and Pangasinan in Ilocos, Nueva Vizcaya, Isabela, and Quirino in Cagayan Valley, okay? Nueva Ecija and Tarlac in Central Luzon, Quezon and Calabarzon, Occidental Mindoro, and Oriental Mindoro and Mimaropa, and Camarines Sur and Albay in Bicol. So, hindi pa kasali po kami dito sa Pampanga. Hindi po. Alert level, pa rin po kami. 1 pala kami. Areas in the Visayas that will be escalated to alert level 3 are Bacolod City, Aklan. Yan na nga, kasali na po ang Boracay dyan. So yung mga nagbakasyon ng Boracay, kailangan, sinarado na rin po. Ito na, isa naming kakilala dito, they're in Regency in Boracay now. Biglang kahapon po ay pinasara yung Regis na hotel at Boracay Regency at pinababalik na sila sa Manila kasi po magla-lockdown na, no? So hello, and thank you to the hearts that are flying. I can't see the names, okay? Areas in the Visayas that will be escalated to level 3 are again Bacolod City, Aklan, Capiz, and Antique. In Western Visayas naman, Cebu City ulit, Mandaue City in Central Visayas, and Tacloban in Eastern Visayas. Good morning, Miss Angelica Paz. God bless you too. More power to you too, and thank you so much for always supporting. Maraming salamat. Hindi na naman ako maka-online sa OBS ko. So this Techiemommy is having technical issues, okay? Mindanao areas to be placed under alert level 3 are Cagayan de Oro City in northern Mindanao, Davao City in Davao na naman, Butuan City and Agusan del Sur in Caraga, and Cotabato City in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region sa Muslim Mindanao. Nograles said the Interagency Task Force for the Management of Emerging Infectious Diseases, okay, would meet, ano ba yan? Would meet on Thursday, which is today, okay, to discuss the alert level classification for other areas, including Metro Manila, which would take effect from January 16 to January 31. Okay, all right. Okay. Areas that are already under alert level 3 are, ito na, Metro Manila, ayusin ko nga to. Ay, Diyos ko, nawala. Ano nangyari? Sandali lang, sorry. Our Metro Manila, okay, ang naka-level 3 na dito sa NCR, our Metro Manila, Bulacan, Cavite, Rizal, Laguna, Baguio City, Dagupan City, Santiago City, Cagayan, kasali na pala kami. Angeles City, Bataan, Olongapo City, Pampanga, Zambales, Batangas, Lucena, Naga, Iloilo, and Lapu-Lapu City. The alert status of these areas will lapse on January 15. Okay? So, January 15, mag-uumpisa na po alert level 3 dito sa Pampanga. Under alert level 3, a number of establishments or activities are allowed up to 30% indoor capacity lamang po for fully vaccinated persons and 50% outdoor venue capacity, okay? Activities and establishments considered as high risk for COVID-19 transmission are not allowed, namely face-to-face classes for basic education. So yung pilot classes po na yun na face-to-face, suspended muna, except those previously approved by the IATF or the Office of the President. Contact sports, of course, again, except those conducted under a bubble type setup. Ayan, bawal yung mga outdoor, ganyan na sports, yung mga, kunyari, sports activities sa school. Fun fairs and kid amusement industries na naman, bawal yung mga Disneyland, ganyan. Or ano ba tayo? Ano bang tawag sa Disneyland dito sa Philippines? Kalimutan ko, Enchanted Kingdom. Meron pa ba Enchanted Kingdom? Venues with live voice or wind instrument performers and audiences. Ayan, yung mga live band with casinos, horse racing, cockfighting and cockpit operations, lottery and betting shops, and other gaming establishments except those that were authorized by the IATF or the Office of the President, and gatherings in residence with persons not belonging to the same household. So, bawal po ang mag-party-party sa mga ating mga sariling bahay na nag-iimbita po ng mga ibang taga-ibang lugar. Bawal na po. Starting January 15, alert level 3 na po sa areas na yan. Ulitin po natin, under alert level 3, are Metro Manila, Bulacan, Cavite, Rizal, Laguna, Baguio City, Dagupan City, Cagayan, Angeles City, Bataan, Olongapo, Pampanga, where I'm at, Zambales, Batangas, Lucena, Naga, Iloilo, and Lapu-Lapu City. Okay? Under alert level 3 po, ang establishments po inuulit, Indoors, hanggang 30% lang. Okay? Outside, pwedeng 50%. But only to fully vaccinated individuals. Okay? Bawal. Bawal na din po ulit lumabas sa mga bata. Okay? At bawal din na po yung mga live band. Alright? So, yan po ang latest news regarding the alert levels po. Alright? Regarding alert levels. Alright? And in connection to that, oops, sorry. Alright. It was found out also that COVID airborne PH po on Twitter. Meron pong COVID is airborne PH sa Twitter. That there are 3 things we learned from the heated thread, okay? Nagkaroon po kasi ng mga series of threads of discussions regarding COVID-19 at sa pagsusuot ng mga face shield at kung kaano-ano pa. A heated Twitter exchange between a distinguished American professor, okay, of chemistry and a special advisor to the National Task Force Against COVID-19 in the Philippines about the transmission of the virus has been instructive for many netizens, okay? Jose Luis Jimenez, an aerosol expert from the University of the Colorado Boulder, kasi ano po yan Boulder, Colorado. Yun po ang city din sa Colorado, Boulder. Okay? And they called out some of the country's safety practices in an interview with ANC last January 7. Ang Filipino physician Teodoro Teddy Herbosa shared a link of Jimenez's interview on Twitter where he questioned the latter's validity to sound off about safety protocols. Bakit daw nagsabi-sabi itong si Jose Luis Jimenez tungkol sa mga safety protocols? Herbosa later found out his accusations were disproven. Okay? Here are some great takeaways from the Twitter debate that happened. Okay? Okay. Itong mga balitang or mga information na lumabas regarding this heated argument or discussion sa Twitter between a national task force special advisor and Jose Luis Jimenez, an aerosol expert from the Colorado Boulder University of the Colorado of Boulder, Colorado. Okay. Number 1, face shields are outdated. Okay, face shields are outdated. At the beginning, nung umpisa ng pandemya, we saw that when 2 people talk, there were some projectiles or mga droplets na lumilipad sa ere. And then, a face shield could intercept them. Itong sinabi ni Jimenez sa interview. Now we know that's not the case. It's like smoke. And the smoke can go under the face shield. Ito nga, meron ako rito. Okay. Diba? Ito yun, right? The smoke can go under the face shield and on top of the face shield, right? At saka yun na nga, pag nasa open air ka, yung aerosol expert na taga-UP nagsabi noon last year, pumapasok dyan, nahaharang dito sa harap yung virus, right? So, anong nangyayari? Pagbaba mo ng face mask mo, nahigop mo na yung virus, right? Now we know that's not the case. It's like smoke. The smoke can go under the face shield. So, face shields basically are useless except in a hospital, okay? If someone's gonna cough in your face, but really, we need in a place like a hospital, since there can be transmission through the eyes and aerosols can get under the face shields. So, dapat ang magkaroon ka, closed glasses, di ba? Like safety glasses, parang goggles, that you may use in a laboratory or something like that. Pagka nasa hospital ka. Kaya sila naka-goggles din, di ba? Para talaga silang mga astronaut na yung naka-PPE. Face shields are not useful. We should invest our money instead in masks that actually work, di ba? Anong mga mask na nagwo-work? Alam na natin yun. Yung N95, meron ako dito. May iba na nga yung mask ko. Okay? So, yun. Face shields don't work at all. Sayang lang pera dyan sa pinag-invest natin na pagandahan pa ng face shield, no? I-recycle na lang yung mga plastic na yan. Alright? Number 2, airborne and aerosol transmission are the same thing. Okay? Airborne or aerosol, pareho. Alright? Jimenez addressed Herbosa's doubts on his credibility by saying he led a peer-reviewed paper and demonstrating that the super spreading of COVID-19 is due to shared room airborne transmission. Siya yun na nga Lalo na sa enclosed things. Right? Like mga sinihan, mga bars, mga restaurant. Or pag naka-aircon ka sa kwarto, sarado, walang bintana, hindi nagsisirculate ang air. Yun. Airborne kasi. So, airborne and aerosol is the same. Kaya aerosol can, di ba, pag nag-spray ka ng something, pupunta na yun sa air. Di airborne na siya, right? Herbosa responded, airborne or aerosolized transmissions, the path on Beck science to clinical practice is a long route. You need to be cautious with dogmatic statements because lives are lost when the science and interpretation of evidence is wrong. Yun nga, yung wrong information or yung wrong nabasa ko sa Facebook or nabasa ko sa online na ganto-ganto. Verify your facts. Like I always say, because a lot of fake news come around and go around, verify your facts and details, okay? Jimenez told him that airborne and aerosol transmission are the same thing and added that the World Health Organization uses both terms interchangeably for both short range and long range. I wish at World Health Organization had considered that before they told us airborne transmission of COVID was misinformation. Okay? Sabi ito ng professor. Herbosa called Jimenez out for... Itong si Herbosa, siya lang nag-argue nitong si Jimenez. Herbosa called Jimenez out for sharing 2020 tweet and said that the WHO eventually accepted the virus aerosol transmissibility. Yes, after yelling at us when we met him with him and his IPC committee on April 3, 2020, when we already had more evidence of airborne transmissions than they did for large droplets of formites. So, kasi sinabi lang noon, hindi airborne, airborne pala, right? Herbosa responded by sharing a news article that reported the country's low case fatality rate. But Jimenez argued that a low death rate happens after transmission, okay? I am debating what happens before the transmission and the measures to avoid it. Yan naman ang sinabi ng professor, okay? Ano pa, number 3, ito yung mga nalaman dahil sa pag-argue na to at pag-discuss on Twitter. Number 3, the extensive use of lateral plexiglass or yung perspex, yung mga barriers sa restaurants and schools, it increases transmission. Oh my God, see? Yung mga plexiglass na hinaharang natin sa restaurant, na para tayong nasa confessional box or nasa jail. Okay? Ito pala, it's been found out that these all actually increases transmission. Oh, imagine that. As the two were debating, a Filipino netizen shared with Jimenez photos that show there are still barriers in motorcycles or taxis. In 2020, the government imposed, the rule that plastic barriers should be installed to separate the rider and the passenger. What is that? Is that in case of accident or to reduce transmission? Jimenez asked in response to the plastic barrier rule. Si Jimenez po yung aerosol expert, from the Boulder University of Boulder, Colorado. They thought putting up these barriers will reduce COVID-19 transmissions. The government here mandated motorcycle barriers much to the protest of the Philippine Society of Mechanical Engineers. Di ba tinanggal nga lahat kaagad? Chinarge pa yung mga riders ng 1,000 para maglagay ng barrier na yun. Actually, dangerous din yun pag na-aksidente ka, di ba? Plexiglass yun. Pag nabasag yun, matulis yun. Mamatay pa ikaw, not from the virus, from the accident. Nasaksak ka ng plexiglass kaya. Right? So, outdoors, this belongs in the Hall of Shame. Okay? Jimenez wrote, referencing his past thread where he tagged some countries' ineffective measures against mitigating the virus transmission. So, no yan. Yung harang-harang na yun sa motorcycle, walang magagawa. Right? Kasi naman, nakaharang ganon, hello, open air nga, nasa kalye ka may lipad na rin yung virus, hindi mo na nahaharang doon. Hello, yung sinasabi dyan, ikaw, tsaka yung rider, naka-face mask ka naman Tama na yung face mask, right? Jimenez previously called out the Philippines for implementing barriers in physical classroom setups and emphasized that the virus is airborne, all right? He included this practice under the world hashtag COVID Hall of Shame of worst practices against COVID-19. Talaga naman. So, na-mention tayo dyan, Extensive use of lateral plexiglass barriers in schools. They increase transmission. Okay? Trap virus-laden air make ventilation more difficult. Kasi totoo naman. syempre, nakaharang mo doon, natatrap mo doon, wall of virus ka naman ngayon, right? Naging wall of virus ka. It's just like the face shield. Nahaharang doon yung, ganon din yung plexiglass, di ba? Kasi plexiglass din ito, yun. Yan, yung barrier mo, nakaharang dyan. So, naipon dyan yung virus, right? Totoo naman, it makes sense. So, pag pumasok ka kinabukasan, nandyan pa rin yung virus, kung natanggal mo yung mask mo first time, so inaayos mo sa school ka, tinalanghap mo na yung virus, right? See? So that makes sense, really. Tayo lang talaga yung country ng super plexi, face shield. So, yun yung that's the latest thing on those, alright? So, no more face shields or no more plexiglass, hindi kailangan. Right? Pero kasi nga, nilalagay yun sa eskwela. Ang mas kailangan talaga, face mask. Yun lang. Right? Face mask lang ang kailangan para sa mga eskwela, ibig sabihin. Okay? Alright? Okay. So, yeah. On another note, yes, we'd like to welcome our friends to the show. Thank you very much. Okay? Some MRT po. Ang MRT3 offers free antigen test. Okay? Yung mga sumasakay. Bukas na ba MRT3? Okay? The Metro Rail Transit Line 3 will start its random COVID-19 antigen tests for MRT3 passengers starting today. I'm going to, okay? The management said MRT3 personnel would administer antigen tests to commuters from January 11 to January 14, January 17 to 21, January 24 to 28, and January 31. Testing sites are located, ito yan sa MRT3, sa North Avenue, Cubao, Shaw Boulevard, and Taft Avenue stations. At least 24 passengers per station will be tested for COVID-19 during peak hours or from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So, commuters na nag-volunteer to be tested need to sign consent and contact tracing forms. Those who will test negative for the virus will get free train rides. Wow! Paano yung positive? Okay, passengers who will yield positive test result will not be allowed to board the train and should coordinate with their local LGUs for isolation and confirmatory RT-PCR tests. Okay? Meanwhile, 7 out of 42 passengers of the Philippine National Railways o yung train, na local train, tested positive COVID-19 in antigen test yesterday, according to the PNR Assistant General Manager Celeste Lauta. She said the management had a hard time convincing passengers to undergo the antigen test. Lauta said the railway aims to test 288 passengers at the Tutuban, De La Rosa, Bicutan, and Alabang stations. Okay. So, yan ang latest news naman tungkol sa antigen. And tungkol naman sa, oh my gosh, okay? So, yun na, sinabi na natin, there's no need to put Metro Manila on alert level 4 because it is going to be on alert level 3 starting tomorrow, January 15, okay? So, hopefully hanggang end of the month yan. Kasi, of course, every 2 weeks, if we see the surge go down, or surge go up or down, malaking bagay po. Let's hope na itong sa parang pag semi-lockdown ulit, ay bumaba na, okay? Bumaba na, okay? Ang virus, okay? So, on the travel front naman, regarding traveling, immigration, okay, the immigration, okay, ang immigration po, okay, reduces on-site workforce 30% amid COVID spike among staff, okay? So, reduce po ng 30% ang on-site workforce. The Bureau of Immigration reduced its on-site workforce capacity, all right, to 30% from January 13 to 22, okay? Kahit na meron tayong, of course, fast-spreading na Omicron or COVID-19 infections, ni-reduce lang po ng 30% at hindi naman ni-lockdown yung mga nagtatrabaho. Hello there, Cynthia! Have a good day too and have a blessed day to Cynthia Busta. Hello! welcome to the show. Maraming salamat. Thank you. It's always nice to see you guys here. Angelica Paz and Cynthia Buste, all right? Immigration Commissioner Jaime Morente issued an advisory on this following Justice Secretary Menardo Guevara's approval, okay, of their request. Despite the reduced workforce, Bureau of Immigration offices will remain open, all right, during weekdays from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., okay? So, bukas pa rin ang Bureau of Immigration po from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Morente said employees working off-site shall observe guidelines set by the Civil Service Commission for applicable alternative work arrangements. So, 30% workforce lang po ang Bureau of Immigration, okay? Starting, January 13, which is today, okay? The advisory also stated that fully vaccinated clients of the Bureau are exempted from their online appointment system upon presentation of their vaccinated card or certification, okay? Partially vaccinated or those yet to receive any jab against COVID-19 are told to secure their appointment online via this link. Pero yung mga fully vaccinated, pwede nang pumunta doon mismo, okay? Registered foreign nationals in the country reporting for the annual report 2022 should also secure an appointment online, okay? Morente earlier said that the Bureau has 251 active cases among their personnel. Of these, 135 are assigned to the airport, 91 of them report to the Bureau of Immigration's main office in Intramuros, and 25 are from other offices of the Bureau. There are also 269 airport personnel who are undergoing quarantine pending the results of their COVID-19 testing, okay? The Bureau of Immigration chief said the record high number of active COVID-19 cases this past week is severely affecting their operations at the airports at saka sa mga opisina nila, okay? Morente assured that they have rapid response at madali naman nilang nirespondihan pagka nakakakuha sila ng mga infections sa kanilang mga staff. And their team is ready to augment the Bureau's frontline to ensure that the services still remain unchanged, okay? So, yan. Open pa rin po ang Bureau of Immigration, okay? So, wala po kayong kailangang sarado ang mga opisina nila. Okay? Alright. Okay, now we go to lifestyle naman po tayo. We've been trying to talk about COVID-19 and how to deal with this, pero pwede naman tayong also to talk about how we can be healthy in this environment, right? Napag-usapan nila natin how to build a home regimen, right? And to being safe. Pero let me just first, okay? There's a smart, diba? Itong New Year po, nagkaroon tayo ng maraming mga New Year's resolutions and all that thing, okay? But how do we categorize our New Year's resolutions? Kasi we're still in the New Year. Ito, matagal na itong tinanong sa akin itong isang araw pa. I was supposed to talk about it. How can we present a smart approach into our New Year's resolutions? Then let me talk about it now, okay? Okay? Pag-usapan po natin, how do we approach the New Year smartly, okay, in a smart way? Not only do we need change, okay? Not only do we need change to change our calendars, get used to the new digits on our dates, but we have to plan out po. We have to make a plan for the new year with regards to dreams, hopes, aspirations, okay? While some would argue that resolutions are meant to fail, okay, totoo, aminin na natin, most of the time, it doesn't work. We make up a list, and swerte na tayo kung 10% of that na-achieve natin. In the same way that promises are meant to be broken, I think. You can just talk along those lanes, right? I want to point out that with a proper mindset and approach, okay, we can actually have a high success rate in changing for the better. Ayun naman ang bottom line now eh. Kesa maglista-lista ng maraming bagay, my New Year's resolutions, what I want to change about myself, mindset lang po yan. Discipline. Tsaka yun nga, to follow things and see things through. It's all about that. Achieving our New Year's resolutions is entirely up to us and our mindset and how we can work towards achieving that through the year. Okay. Well, today we'll take a look at how using the SMART method can increase our chances of making our New Year's resolutions work. Okay. This concept can be traced to George Doran's management review. It is a systematic way of goal setting and has been widely used in different fields. This time, we'll take a look at how we can maximize such a concept. Okay? Ang SMART, ibig sabihin ng SMART, hindi po Smart Telecom, okay? Hindi. Ang SMART, ibig sabihin, it is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Ayan po ang ibig sabihin ng SMART. Let's break it down some more, okay? SMART, again, is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Ito po ang dapat natin i-categorize sa ating mga New Year's resolutions, alright? First of all, specific. Let's break it down. Talk about specific, okay? Okay, kung hindi po tayo matapos today, itutuloy po natin ito bukas at the same time po. Meron tayo bukas mga panauhin, alright, regarding achieving New Year's resolutions and stuff. Specific, this is rather self-explanatory, okay? It means that it has to be a somewhat concrete goal, alright? We can't be too general or broad when we make a resolution. Yeah, we have to be specific. We have to know exactly what we want, right? What are we targeting? We have to specify it. For example, saying, I want to be fit. It's not a nice goal to lay down. Rather, you can say, I want to be fit enough to what? Like in my sense, okay, I have a pending knee surgery, and my goal for this year is to be able to walk again properly. Okay, I want to be fit enough. I want to have this surgery done on my knee because I want to be 100% mobile again as I was. At saka, of course, ang underlying then is I want to travel again because I have a lot of new projects that I have to consider to do, which requires traveling po. Very promising po sa akin ang 2022, but kailangan ko pong ayusin yung aking tuhod. So, ayan ang resolution ko, I want to be fit enough to be and have this surgery to be able to walk again properly, travel again, and do my work better. Okay? This makes it more specific and allows you to take exact steps to help you achieve this goal. Diba? Makes sense, right? Exactly. So, yan ang specific. Now we go to the M part of the SMART. Okay? SMART, M means measurable. Okay? Measurable. This is a concept, okay, that confuses a lot of people. Diba? To explain it better, let me say, let's look at the rationale behind it, okay? Isipin natin, okay? The reason we want a measurable goal is that we want to be able to discern whether we are successful or not. Gusto natin itong i-measure kasi nga gusto natin isipin na kung achievable ba ito, right? Feasible ba ito? Kaya ba natin ito, right? I-achieve, okay? That's why it should be measurable, okay? Hindi miserable, measurable, alright? Okay? For those who are hearing me wrong, it's measurable, not miserable, okay? An example would be saying that I want to be more beautiful than somebody. I want to be more beautiful than sino ba? Ang aking than Don Zulueta or whatever, or international. I want to be more beautiful than Angelina Jolie or something. Or I want to be more handsome than Tom Cruise. Ganyan. The problem with this statement is that there isn't really a metric to define good looks, right? When you think about it, yes, we can ask people and conduct surveys, right? However, kung subjective yung concept it doesn't define the criteria behind it properly. Hindi mo ma-measure kung ano bang metrics ng pagiging good looking, di ba? People will judge you differently, and that's not something we want. And what is nice to you or what is beautiful to you is not beautiful to another. Kasi kaya nga yung saying na beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? So, yung pagsabi na I wanna be as beautiful as ganyan, di ba? Hindi mo yan ma-measure, di ba? Kahit mag-conduct ka pa ng survey, kasi nga, iba-iba ang contention ng tao, iba-iba ang taste, right? Instead, ang dapat nating masabi, I want to make my new, I want to be able to, to teach online to a diversity of students pa. something that we can measure. I want to expand my territories, okay? Kasi, kunyari, ang market mo lang, Philippines, reseller ka, I want to expand it to global. Those things we can measure, right? Pero hindi yung looks, yung good looks. Okay, now we go to the A part. Achievable, alright? Achievable, okay? Self-explanatory naman yun. Achievable for obvious reasons, okay? It is something that we want to point out, right? If a resolution is destined to fail, it's not even worth your time mentioning, diba? Kung feel mo na talaga na hindi mo naman kaya at magfe-fail lang, huwag mo nang isama sa listahan yon, right? As somebody, that teaches or preaches or whatever, okay? I've had some people come to me with rather unreasonable goals, talaga naman. Obviously, I don't want to burst their bubble o ayoko naman silang i-dampen their spirits or put them down. But instead, I adjust and try to reach specific milestones first. And yung sinasabi ko, unahin niyo muna yung mga alam niyong pwede. Okay? Huwag na muna yung imposible medyo. Right? So, unahin niyo yung milestones na pwede at achievable at madaling gawin. Mas madaling gawin. Okay? Pero hindi ko naman sinasabi, huwag kayo mag-dream at objectivize or mag-target ng parang suntok sa buwan. Hindi. Achievable lang. Yung mga inisip nyo talagang pwedeng magawa. Kahit na it might take some time or some more effort, but pwedeng magawa. Right? For example, if someone has a 3-hour half marathon PR and suddenly wants to break 1 hour 45, it's better to aim for a sub 2:30 or sub 2-hour marathon first before reacting for reaching more lofty goals. Ayun na nga, kung ang gusto mo mag-run ka sa marathon, matapos mo ng 1 hour and 45, pero ang ano mo lang talaga is 2.3 ang capacity mo dati. So tama yun, kumuha ka na ng middle ground, which is 2.30 or sub 2 hour or 2 hours na lang kesa doon sa 1:45 na mahirap gawin. Para at least pag umabot ka man ng 2.3 or 2 hours, at least masaya ka because alam mo na almost mong na-achieve yun. Pag umabot ka naman ng 1 hour and 45 minutes, di well and good, na-achieve mo yung tinatry mong milestone. Very good. It's all about taking things step by step. Okay? We have to walk before we run. So, yun na nga. Dapat achievable yung goal mo or yung resolution mo na yun. Right? Ito pa, ang isa. Huwag naman mag-isip ng imposible. Right? Yung R sa SMART is relevant. Okay? Make sure it is relevant. Diba, syempre, medyo ambiguous tong category na ito ng SMART way of dealing with our resolutions. Well, relevant, it may seem ambiguous than the others, but it can easily be broken down. Okay? If we look at what it implies, well, it's not really a concept that directly lends itself to success or failure. It is having a goal that is relevant to your life goals or direction in life is important as well. So, yung mga resolutions nyo dapat importante sa buhay mo, relevant sa ginagawa mo, relevant sa trabaho mo, right? So, if you dream of becoming a millionaire, kunyari, no? Meron akong colleague dito sa industry, itong si Eric, to be a millionaire, okay? If you dream of becoming a billionaire, and tapos yung New Year's resolutions mo point towards splurging and other expenses, then it's not something that would incentivize for you to stick to it. Kasi, kung ang feeling mo lang, itong year na to, I will splurge, I will enjoy my money, I will travel, or magsha-shopping ako na magsha-shopping. Di ba? It doesn't point towards, something that hindi ito nag-aano ng incentive sa'yo eh. By having goals that culminate towards a bigger and grander goal, dapat yung resolution mo, relevant sa goals mo. Okay, gusto mo maging billionaire, then dapat it should gear towards a bigger and grander goal, which is it is easier to achieve kung ang gusto mong isipin ay kung paano ka magiging billionaire. Hindi yan sa pagsasplurge, sa pag-iipon at pagtatrabaho pang mas work harder, right? So, By having goals that culminate towards a bigger and grander goal, it makes it easier and more fulfilling to achieve. Alright? So last na lang muna, abot ba tayo? Smart na ako. Ay tama, sa T na ako. Umabot ako. Very good. Okay? Tamang-tama sa pag-culminate. Ito naman, yung huling item sa smart is T. Meaning time-bound. Ito yung mga timetable mo na iset mo para sa sarili mo. Right? This is quite simple. Very quite simple and quite self-explanatory. Okay? The reason why we want it to be time-bound is similar to why we want it to be measurable. Right? Totoo naman eh. Sabihin, give and take, you give yourself time to think, how long will it take to achieve what I'm doing? Like this year, I have this very big goal of something that my good friend Fatima and I have been working on and mulling over for more than 5 years now, or more, maybe 7 years. But I know that perhaps the time is now to culminate these things that we've been planning for more than 5 or 6 years. Okay? So, the reason why we want it to be time-bound is because nga we want to be able to dedicate a timetable or time frame to our dreams and aspirations, or kung anong tina-target natin. It's easier to define whether you accomplish something or not, right? Going back to the previous mga example na binigay ko kanina, if you wanna, kunyari kung gusto mong ma-beat yung track record mo sa pagtatakbo, or you wanna lose weight, okay, you have to say when you want it done. You have to set a timetable and a time frame for yourself to achieve things, diba? Minimeasure mo yan sa oras-oras kung paano, right? So, keeping it open-ended, hindi yan mabuting way. Yung hindi mo alam, you're not certain. If you don't set deadlines for yourself, if you don't set timetables for your objectives or your dreams and goals, most likely is you'll never get to do it, right? So, hindi pwedeng open-ended, okay? It isn't the best way of doing it. Yes, you might not have broken your, achieve your weight loss nung 2021, pero ito, gusto mo ngayon to sa 2022 to achieve. So, kung hindi mo yan nagawa ng 2021, it doesn't mean na hindi mo to pwedeng gawin ngayong taon na to. So, kasi nga, isa-set mo sa sarili mo yung timetable, right? By adding the time element to the equation, you can make more exact decisions, diba? Pati rin sa mga ibang matrix, no? Pwede ka. You can say, I want to lose weight by September 2022. I want to lose, be specific. I want to lose 20 pounds, okay, by September 2022. That will give me February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. 8 months to do that, okay? Or, I tell myself, I want to be able to walk properly after the surgery and be able to go back to America to take care of things by before July of this year. Hoping against hope that my treatment and my procedure, ang downtown ko ay maigse. Because, yun na nga, yung sinabi ng ortho ko nasa sakin yun. Because some people daw, matatanda, after a week lang, naglalakad na ako pa kaya sanay ako maglakad-lakad talaga. And yung threshold for pain ko is such. Nagtitiis nga ako ng walang painkiller araw-araw sa sakit nitong bone-to-bone ko you know. Yun pa kayang, pag nalagay na ako ng bagong tuhod, hindi ko papalakad yun. I will walk as soon as I can, right? And we'll make it work, right? Before we end, let me just point out that, okay, yun na nga, pag sinabi ko kanya, mag-set kayo ng goals for yourself, I will also give you a set, kasi pag nag-set ka ng time, or ng date, or ng timetable, it will also give you a sense of urgency, diba? And in turn, it will contribute to your success rate. So, bigyan nyo ng time yung sarili nyo, mag-set standards and time, and timetable, okay? So before we end, let me just point out that we don't have to wait each new year for us to make these resolutions. Totoo naman, diba? Yung goals natin para sa buhay natin is ongoing. Anytime na maisip mo na itong gusto kong gawin, itong gusto kong ma-achieve, that doesn't have to be a New Year resolution. We should treat each day as an opportunity to be better individuals, right? Because just remember, to apply this criteria that I've set, itong SMART, okay? Pero, hindi naman tayo dapat talaga mag-antay ng New Year para gumawa ng New Year's resolutions because every day na nabubuhay tayo is a chance to have a brighter day, a brighter tomorrow, a brighter life depending upon our goals. So, ulit, okay, I just presented a SMART approach to your New Year's resolutions. Ano yun? SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound resolutions. Okay? So, gamitin po natin yung mga criteria na yan to achieve our goals for this year. And like I said, hindi kailangan mag-antay ng New Year para gumawa ng mga resolutions. Alright? So, on this note, of course, I'd like to thank people. Sorry po, late ako kayo. At ako'y nagbo-broadcast through my Facebook, live stream broadcast communications, but through my Facebook, through my cell phone, because hindi na naman nag-work yung OBS ko. But, thank you so much, Angelica Paz, Cynthia Buste, Tita Agnes Lakap, Tita Heidi, Tita Dax, si Celcel Del Coro, who's become really somebody that, I kaanuhan ko yung kabatuhan ko ng mga concerns namin of the day. Ayan ang pinsan po ng aking fiancé na si Jenny Lakap, si Maricel Del Coro, Lakap Del Coro, Shu, ang daming pa last name. Hello to you. And tomorrow po, we'll have a special segment and feature mga achievers po itong mga online businesses. So thank you very much for joining me today. Maraming salamat po. Ayan po yung ating take for the day, ang SMART approach to resolutions, tsaka yung alert level 3 na po, starting January 15. Mag-ingat po tayo lagi at we're hopeful po na siguro malapit na po matapos tong pandemya na ito. Thank you very much, of course, and for past episodes, go to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe, and let us help more people by giving more information, okay? Thank you very much, and of course, thank you for joining. And have a good day, everyone. Have a good lunch, okay? Happy birthday to, hindi ko alam, sino ba mga may birthday? Let me just check. Anyway, wala, it's just too late. Anyway, happy birthday to those birthday celebrants today. Thank you very much, and okay, see you tomorrow.
Natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Stream Cast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.